morning, YouTube, and welcome to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Saffron, and I do not have a whiteboard for you today because I haven't done it. Today in this video am making a card for my Aunt Judy, and I thought I would record it because I have an idea. First of all, I want to show you some new stamp sets that'll be coming out in our new mini catalog in January. Blessings of Home is part of the Heart and Home collection or suite. In the Moment, I've already used this to make one card. I will show that to you. But in the suite or collection, you get this lovely, very soft, really pliable denim ribbon. It's not stiff. And these classic matte dots. And these are some of the DSPs I thought I would show you. This really cool one. They all have a wood grain on the back of them, and they're all different, which is so nice. This one is like paneling. This is like paneling, but see, the size of them is just a little smaller. So let's see. And this one here is staggered. And this one I haven't cut into yet, but this is diagonal. So it's hard for me to decide because I love them all. So back again, I'll give you another glance at those. We are going to set these aside. And I'm going to show you a few cards. This is one I made during the on stage. We made this little card. I made this panel piece during on stage. I changed it up a wee bit from what they were doing. I just glued it down to a white card base. And the one that I just did, I did do a video on this one using the layering diorama dies because I love them. I love how it's inset. I love how she's bubbled out a bit. Let me see if you can see that. See? So you can check out that video if you would like. Now, what I will be using today is In the Moment. I'm going to be using this one, this young lady looking out the window. I am going to use You're in My Thoughts, and you're always good to others, be good to yourself. You are a real blessing to everyone around you. And from the Sunny Sentiment stamp set in the annual catalog, I'm going to be using Hoping Your Birthday is Filled with All the Best Things. And so let me get the stamps on some blocks real quick. Let's see. That's a massive block. You don't need that. This one for... This I'll be using my Stamparatus just to make sure that I get a perfect image. To color, we'll be using blends. I'm not sure yet what colors. Let's see. Open this one up. We need You're in My Thoughts. And you're always so good to others. Be good to yourself. Let's put that on this block. You are a real blessing to everyone around you. And you might be wondering, how on earth are you going to get all those sentiments on a stamps? Don't worry, I have an idea. Not all my ideas work out, but we're gonna work with it and play and see what happens. All right, so set my stamp sets up here. I know I need, not stays on because I'm using blends, I need my Memento ink pad. I believe I'll be using that for all of them. My Stamparatus is right here. All right, so I have a card base in Pale Papaya and a card front in Pale Papaya. This one will be going this way. So it goes this way, and if you're wondering what the sizes are, this is just half a sheet of cardstock, and this is half a sheet of cardstock, or 4.25 by, no, 4.25 by 5.5. Now, I do have, excuse me, yes, I will measure this real quick. 4 by 5 1/4, just to make sure of the, oh, I want to make sure I get the name, I don't know, Heart and Home DSP that will be coming out. This one has the colors Garden Green and the Pale Papaya. And then I have another piece of the DSP, which is 3 by 4. And I'm going to be honest with you, this card came about because these were already cut to that. They were just in my package. Now I have a piece of scrap white that measures 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's what I'll be stamping my image on. So let's get this in the Stamparatus. If you do not have this tool, oh my goodness. Oh, I was like, I need another block to stamp the image, but I don't need the block because that's what this is for. All right, I need the image. Might be helpful, the actual stamp. So, and yeah, I'll be fussy cutting her out. I just like to do so. I'm trying not to waste any of the paper because I use a lot of scraps in my paper crafting. In fact, I just reorganized my scrap papers. Yesterday I sat out here and I went through my big bin of, well, my box of scrap papers, and I trimmed them all up and put them in organized chaos. Some might say, but it's organized for me. In fact, I'll show you. This is my box for saying strips of white vanilla. This is a little box, colored cardstock strips. I haven't got out my label maker yet, but when I do, I will label them. Because yesterday on my video, I had such a hard time finding my extra paper pumpkin strips. So this is all my paper pumpkin. In fact, let's leave that out because I bet I could use some of those today. And I have one for die cut images in here. Random pieces that, you know, I might use for something. So, and I also have a little silver box full of punches. So, Memento ink it is. We are going to lay a stamp case underneath this image. And I'm using the Stamparatus because I want to make sure I get a really, really good inking. And I don't like it right here. I wonder if you can see that. Let me bring the camera down. Maybe a little bit more. Can you see this? Just right here by her knees is not so good. So I'm going to ink it up again. I got to lift the camera up. Sorry. Let's get my dry eraser out here. Give it a good rubbing right there. And let's see what we have. I will have to move the camera just a bit. And it is so much better. That's why I'm using the Stamparatus tool. Okay, so now I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to set this aside. Now, from the colors that are on the back of the DSP, here we go. It says the colors are Basic Gray, Cinnamon Cider, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, and White. So that's going to give me an idea of the colors I'm going to pull for my blends. So I'm looking at my image, and where is all my DSP? So here's the DSP paper. I don't believe there is a Garden Green one, but let's see. I am definitely pulling the Pale Papaya, the Fresh Freesia blends. I do want a blue, and I chose Night of Navy last time I did her blue jeans. I'm trying to, oh, and I have, what is this one? Smoky Slate, is that what the, yes. Smoky Slate. Now for her hair, my Aunt Judy used to have blonde hair when she was young. So that'll be so Saffron. The mug, I know I will do in, and I need cinnamon cider for the windows. And for her face, what is this one? Not blush. I'm looking. Oh, I put it up here. Okay. I've got a, I'm stumped right now. My mind is not thinking. A color lifter. And I have, that is pale papaya. That is not what's supposed to be in my hand. Ivory for her face. This must be dark pale papaya. I put them in the wrong places. So these are all my blends. Let's see if I can lift this up a wee bit. Oh boy, that really zooms you all in there, doesn't it? Okay. Let me move some of these over here, out of the way, because there's not enough room on the right side of my desk. First, we're going to start with her face. Oh, look what I did. Well, it's going to get cut out, and I'm going to be using that anyways. Okay, this is my ivory. And I always just test the color there on the side of a piece of paper. And her bare feet. Kind of wondering if she's looking out at the beach there. In the description of this video, I will be listing all my supplies that I did use. I'm learning to do that. Okay, we want to do the windowsill. You can either start with the light or the dark with the blends. I prefer to start with the dark. And with the blends, you do not have to hardly push down. I'm thinking the rest of the window is just going to be in the light. So let's see. Now, if it looks streaky at first, it will not be when it dries. I forgot about inside the window itself. I need a color for that, don't I? Let me pull that. Let's see. I'm going to test the light balmy blue. Okay, that is going to be inside my windows. Yes. But before I go doing that, I want to add a little bit of dark in the corners. And I am trying to be careful so I don't have to do this again. Okay. And let's go ahead and color in with the lights. I don't know if you can hear all the noise outside, but I sure do. Don't know what's going on across the street, but something is. My little street, which is very small for my neighborhood, is getting an awful lot of use today. Okay, we're gonna go around her head. I'll be honest with you, I am not a coloring person, but I have found, oh my goodness, I really am wondering what's going on outside. Curiosity is getting to me now because I hear so much noise. And I know it's coming from across the street. And I live on a very, I mean, it's not even a mile long little part of my development. I live on this little small road. It has a dead end at the end of it. Lived here for over 30 years. I'm just bringing this out a bit. So when I go to cut, and I'm gonna do the same all the way around my image. Okay, setting those aside, coming back in with the light cinnamon cider. That's dark, I want the light. And I'm gonna use the bullet tip this time because I'm doing the window panes. You could have left the window panes white, as a lot of window panes are. But for me, I want it. You could do with this with a blender pen if you don't have blends and ink pads. Okay. And oh, look at, we missed a whole little window pane. Right here. And I need to come in with a little bit of this in the corner. How's that one? Okay, so we're down 2 colors. Let's go ahead and do her hair. And I'm gonna use the brush tip, and I'm just gonna put some streaks in there of the dark. I hope this is the dark. Yes, dark. So Saffron. My wall colors were so Saffron. They're part of the house isn't now. Now it's called Foxtrot. Light cream color. It does look really nice in there. I think my daughter would have had me paint them white if I would have agreed, but I didn't. Had to have a wee bit of color. All right, so our coffee cup, I know, is going to be the basic, not basic gray, smoky slate color. And I'm just going to put a little bit of shading in there. And now I'm going to that's all for the smoky slate. And the blue jeans we're going to do in Night of Navy. So first coming in with the dark. And I'm going to do her up there at the pants. I really wonder what the heck is going on out there. Sorry, y'all. It's like so strange for me to have so much noise outside. in fall. Wintertime, yes. Because the children, my grandson especially, makes a lot of noise. I really like this dark denim. With the color lifter, you could go in and make them look acid wash if you wanted. But I never really was one for acid wash jeans or bleached jeans. I do like that. And I see here, I'm hoping you can let me get, you see this right here? I need to add a little bit of skin color to that because that's her backside. So we're gonna bring that in. I'm going to, I just want to brush my tip off there. Okay. And let's see. Her barrette needs a color, but I am debating pale papaya for the shirt or pale papaya for the pillows. And I'm thinking it's going to be fresh Freesia for the shirt because that's what I would choose if I was her. I would be wearing fresh Freesia because it's purple, and purple is my favorite color. So, that's part, every time I have to look at things a little different. Sometimes I have to look at it twice because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm putting a lot of dark on there. I should have just colored it dark. I see right now, this right here is part of the window pane. So I need the light cinnamon cider again. For that. And let's bring in the light fresh Freesia. I'm going to go with the bullet tip. Get right in that little corner where her elbow from her other arm is. Trying to blend in my lines really nicely so they don't see them as much. And I do like that. And I think we're gonna, I'm still debating on the, you know what, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna bring in the dark smoky slate, and that is gonna be her barrette back there. And so now we just have the pillows, and those are gonna be in the pale papaya. So coming in with the dark. And you really can't go wrong. You just color play with what you like. And oh, somebody is cutting down trees. That is a chainsaw. Sorry about that. Can't control all that. Okay, I'm really happy with that. And I think it's going to go really nicely. I'm going to set all my blends to the side. I can see right here in her jeans, it's a little splotchy for me, and I'm not sure because it hasn't dried, but I'm going to come in again with the light Night of Navy and just give them a good going over again. All right. I'm going to set this aside for the moment, just up there, and bring in my cards. Now, what I thought of doing is making this card piece fold over here. So I need to know this is how it is. And I want to get that I'm thinking if I bring it even, I'm thinking about putting a piece of the denim ribbon right there where it's going to fold. It's kind of odd almost. We're bringing it aside and putting it on that side. I think I like it on that side better. So I want enough of this. I'll have to, let's turn this over so you can see it better. I want enough over here so that I can have the ribbon here for a bow. And then I need to fold that inwards, and we're going to do that with, I think that will work. So whatever this mark is right here, let's get it on the grid. Okay, we're gonna bring it to 3 3/3 of an inch. We're gonna score there. Let's bring in my cutter. I hope you don't mind that the camera angle is so close still. I could zoom out. Let's give it a good crease. And see how it looks. Who knows, I might keep the wood panel look behind there. That's how this card is gonna go, like so. And then this piece is gonna come in here, and let's see, trying to keep it in camera view. I still like it like so. To me, it looks like it's wallpaper. That would be pretty wallpaper. So, okay, I'm going to glue this in. I'm gonna raise my camera a bit. Okay, drink. An ice cube got in my mouth. Alrighty, where is my glue bottle? Let's see. I want this piece centered. So let's put this, can you see what I'm doing? I'm not, nope, okay. Okay, that's really good. Now what do I do, right? Okay, bring in some Post-it, sticky tabs, whatever you want to call these things. And I am going to mark it there. And mark it there on the card, and I'm hoping that helps it stay down while I get some glue on the back, so my card does not move. I'm really hoping my order from Stampin' Up! Arrives, because I got 4 bottles of Tombow coming, and I'm in need of them. So there we go. Making sure this closes over that nicely. Yes, I'm happy with that. I really am. And there is, I don't know what kind of a fold you would call this. It is kind of a fun fold. It's going to have lots of messages in it. So next, we're going to glue down our designer series paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. In that little, this little dealie here keeps me from having to put a needle in the top of my glue bottle. And I got the allergy bug here going on. Oh, this is so pretty. why I chose to cut papaya from it. I love this piece of designer series paper. I probably will have to buy more. Okay, don't be like that. Blue bottle. And I did not get any painting done yesterday. My back was quite bad, and I thought, oh, I'm going to take the day off. So I did, and I know that I want, there, because I want enough to bring this ribbon in, like so. So it's not close enough to the side. A little bit more. It needs to come down some. Okay. Now, I am going to put a piece of score tape here because I really want the ribbon to stay down. In fact, I probably, just because of the way I want this to be, I want it to, I'll probably put score tape. In fact, I know I will on both sides of this. But first, let's cut our ribbon. And I don't want an angle on this piece. So let's put the tip on this so it doesn't get, I'm looking for my score tape. I almost lost my train of thought. Okay. I'm going to cut it with scissors. And let's put some on the back for safe measure. I want it closer to the edge. Not sure if that's really any closer than it was lined up earlier. All right. Set that aside and bring in my needle. Yes, I know we haven't done any of the sentiments yet, but we will. And I will be using Stays-On for those. Just because they're red rubber and I can. And I do like to use Stays-On. The color just is darker, more intense. I do love my needle. It may not love me, but I do love working with it. Okay. And that is not good. It's like, that's a little wonky for me. Come on. It just kind of, I don't know why I'm being so picky here. There we're going with it. Make it straighter on that side. I could go either way, but it's going this way. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and cut her out with the really nice scissors. Stampin' Up scissors. Okay. And I am not worried. In fact, I'm wiggling the scissors a bit to make sure you know this is hand cut. Not trying to be perfect. I want it to look intentionally cut out. Little. Okay. Not happy that my corner has a little sharp edge, so let's go back to cutting that. And it still has that little corner. Okay. Now I'm thinking I need a little something behind that. So let's wait. Oh, look. You see? Can you see this? I didn't color this whole panel in. And there's a little bit here I missed. So back to the light balmy blue. That is a little part of her shirt. And I think I'll come in with the light cinnamon cider. And you may think, boy, she's being really awful picky. Sorry. This is for somebody I love a whole lot, and when she looks at it, I want her to really like it. And still, I'm not happy. All right. I just, right there, needed some ink. All right, now I'm happy with it. And before we, probably gonna put it up on dimensionals, but I actually have, where is the, I could bring this piece in and set her on it like so. And you know something, I could do it this way too. Y'all might think that that's just too much, but I don't know. I probably will use that. Or what if I set her behind this dark green? A little piece of that around the edges of this. And I don't like that bit. But I do like I could do another layer on top of this card. That's a possibility. Oops, dropped my DST piece. So give me a second. All right, let's go ahead and work on the sentiments first, and then we'll worry about this. That I will put in my recycle bin because I colored all over the back of it. We will leave these out. Now I have the envelopes, of course, are on the side. I want a piece to go right here. And I think I am going to double everything up. So I'm going to have a sentiment here. And this piece is for in here. This one is going to say, see if I get this right. This one is going to say, you're in my thoughts. And before I go any further, I have this little piece of wood paneling, which would be cute to stamp that on. And I'm going to do that. So that will be on there. This is going to be, let's see, what do I have? I'm thinking now that these two might go on the inside. Let's work on the inside piece. Maybe I'm going to put that on the envelope, or this one. That on the envelope. Okay, that's going, no, that is going on this piece. I'm going to stick with how I wanted to do it. Okay. I just am, and I want, not memento, but stays on for this. And I'm going to take the pad to the ink. Well, taking the ink pad to my sentiment. Okay. I cannot see, but that's all right. There we go. Oh my goodness, I'm very, very happy with that. I'm setting that way aside. I don't want nothing to happen with that. Let's put that aside. Now, this one, I need to know how big of a piece I need. I should have cut this down. We're gonna make this 3 inches guillotine cutter. I think I was thinking I was going to punch it out, but I'm not going to punch it out. I'm going to this is, I think 2 would be great. Yes. That way the sentiment doesn't look like it's too on too big of a piece of paper. So once again, I'm gonna get ink on me. Okay, bring in the hand sanitizer. I think I'm trying too hard. We're gonna just stamp it like this so I don't get ink on my hands again. A little too heavy on the Y. Yes, much better. Okay. Just gonna hold it there for a second. Okay, set this one way over there, the block over there. Next piece. Oh, you know, I forgot. I wanted to, well, I've already stamped it. My bits and pieces. This would have been really pretty, I think, with the saying. Does it fit there? It does. I kind of like that it's so pretty. And I got it way over to the side. But that's okay. I'm going to use that one. This I'm going to stick in the stamp set, and I will use that at another time. This here, I would like to stamp it right along there. And I got it upside down. And I'm like not sure if I can do this straight without being on top of it. So let's see. Yes. Let's cover up this ink pad before too much goes awry with it. Now let's put those inky blocks over there. Oh, we didn't stamp the envelope. Okay. Bring back the stays on. I should have stacked it on the bottom. I think we're going to dress up the envelope too. Why not? My aunt's birthday is November 24th, and we are going to take some of this beautiful, oh, DSP, let's see, which one do I want to use? I want to use this, and we are going to put it on the back of the envelope, but I want the print going this way, and then I'm just going to hand cut it out. Let's get that done. All of this for one person, yes. I only have 2 aunts out of 11 aunts and uncles left, and she deserves it. Ah. All right. sticking down. Okay. We are just gonna follow if I can see there, got a bit of a bit hard to work with here. Such a large piece of paper, but I should have probably cut it down more. I'm just kind of bumping the edge of my scissors up to the edge of the envelope and then cutting. There we go. Now we have a really pretty envelope on the back. I do like that idea. All right. So now we're going to work on our, let's get our sentiments on. And I know that this one I want, let's turn our card around. This is gonna go right here. And I was thinking how it needed another piece of papaya, but let's get the inside glued in first. I've gotten some nice comments back from my cousins on my Thanksgiving card. And that makes me happy. I'm glad they like them so much enough to take a picture of the card and put it on their Facebook. That was like very touching to me. It meant a lot. So like that. And the envelope is done. Now we need to decide, oh, this piece here. Oh my goodness, so much noise. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. But I really do want that on a piece of pale papaya, and I know that one day I'll do a little bit short video of my stamp room when it's in a little bit better shape. Right now, things from Christmas are out here, a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, I have these stamp cases from Stamping Up. They no longer carry them. I wish they would come back because you can see I have them labeled. I have quarter sheets of cardstock. When I go to cut a piece of cardstock, I always cut it in half. And then from that half, if I'm using it like for this card base, then I set the other half, I cut it in half again, and that's how I end up with a whole bunch of card fronts pre-cut. And I go to these before I go to make a card. I didn't have any pale papaya in here, but I do now, and now I'm using it. So we are going to cut this down, and I don't even need it that much. So let me get, so it's 3 inches by 1.5 inches. I just want a little backing on it. So we know it's 3 inches long, so 3 1/4. That's actually going to be kind of perfect there, just to frame it. You're wondering, what is she thinking about, huh? Okay, and I needed it 3, so I think 3 1/2 will do it. Now this little piece will go in my small scrap piece bin. Let's see. Yes, and that should be, I could even make it smaller, but I don't want to. I want it right there. I'm going to bring back in my piece here. And piece here, because I'm being so picky about this card. Might as well be picky all the way through it. up so. Just getting to where I can have a, okay. And look at this paper pumpkin. Keep these pieces, use them. And if you don't, recycle them, please. Okay, now that is a nice little surprise for the inside. Now I could bring this in, just this little piece, with this little piece on top for her, and I am gonna do that. So it's gonna have 3 panel pieces. I do like that idea. So might need to look at that. Look at that. Okay. How wide is this? 2.5. So this needs to be 2 3/4. And we are going to glue this piece down there. This is going to go in the mail tomorrow, maybe today if I get out there. Oh my goodness, I do so like that. Now I'm going to keep her in the middle of it. So let's glue this piece down. Wow, so much noise out there. I hear what sounds to be a lawnmower going on in the background. Craziness. I could do what I did with the other one. Bend her in the middle so it looks like she's popping out some. But I don't think so. I think we're just going to... I need my order. I should not have let myself run so low on glue. And that is why I like the liquid glue. All right, I am so happy with that. I don't need the glue anymore. We're gonna add some of these, but first let's bring in my bow maker and make a bow for this card. I'm thinking about that big, roughly. Oh, you know what? I never thought of doing it that way, but I think that's a little too big. That looks kind of proportionate to it, so that's where it's gonna be. And let's bring in this beautiful denim ribbon. Okay. I can't wait for her to get this card. I do so like that. Yep, I sure do. And we are going to cut the 2 ends together, if I can get them together. I wasn't sure about the length of them, that's why I didn't cut them on the bow maker. And I really want those like so. So I'm going to bring in, I got score tape here. That will work. Score tape, glue dots. I just want to make sure that I get that like so. And let's bring in some of these you know what, I like the casual dots, but I think I'm gonna I'm going to bring some rhinestones in. So second drawer, right hand side in the basket. That's where they're kept. Y'all want to know. Okay, let's bring in this and flip it around. Let's see. Gonna put them in the flower. I could put one on her headband, but I don't think that's what I want to do. I really like that. I am so pleased with this card. Thank you for watching. Like I said before, I will leave the measurements. I will put the measurements down there. I'll have to measure everything. I usually don't do those type of things. You'll have to let me know. Do you read the description and the measurements and things like that? Or honestly, is it a waste of my time? Oh, we forgot this in my thoughts. Yes, I really wanted that down there. Okay, we are going to put this down there. I'm so glad I saw that. I am going to cut, and I don't want it like cricket, but I'm following the line of the plank, the wood grain here. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy with it. A little snip there, because if you've seen my other videos, you know I do not cut straight with scissors. Come on, lift up. What I do, and I'm gonna see, can you see that? Hopefully. I butt the end of my scissors up against this, and I'm making that little snip in the paper. Then I'm bringing it to my cutter, and this way I get a nice straight edge there. And just making sure. Okay, let's glue this down. I could actually, let's pop this up on mini, and I have them right here. I have some glue dots. Paper pumpkin again. If you guys do not get paper pumpkin, you're missing some really great benefits. Okay, I'm probably gonna do maybe 4. I really want this to stay popped up. Or I could just put that in the, yeah, that can stay down. We don't need that part. But we can use this edge. Boy, lawnmower's going. There was a chainsaw a little bit ago. Now it's a lawnmower. And the grass is so wet. I don't know who would be cutting their lawn. Oh, I really like that popped up like that. So, for my dear Aunt Judy, I really want that coming like this. Stay that way. And I probably will run this into the post office today. You are a real blessing to everyone around you. Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. Love, little Alice, as they call me, since I was named after my Aunt Alice. And my Aunt Judy's middle name. So I am her namesake too. She has told me that several times. Don't forget, I got my name in there too. It was quite funny. There is a story that goes along with my name. Quick cap on that is my mother believed she was having a boy when she was pregnant with me. And my Aunt Alice said, well, what if it's a girl? And my mother said, well, you can have the baby. So when I was born, my Aunt Alice, when she knew my mom was due, her and my Aunt Judy flew to California from Detroit to visit. And when I was born, my Aunt Alice was there saying, come on, Sally, hand me over my baby. And of course, my mom was like, no. And that is how I got my name. My names, that is. So here is our lovely card. We used, let's recap, blessings at home, sunny sentiments, and in the moment. And I hope you all have a great day out there. Enjoy crafting. If you would like to shop with me, I would greatly appreciate it. If you would please give me a thumbs up, make a comment on the video just make a comment whether you liked it or not. I love reading them. I reply to them. And let me know how I'm doing. So happy crafting, guys. Bye-bye.